I recently joined my parents on a quest for family history. We spent an afternoon driving around the sadly dilapidated city of Detroit, looking for places that Mom and Dad hadn't seen in many decades.
$95 a month. Our first apartment was $95 a month at 12103 Ward.
Nostalgia is a powerful motivator. Take Michigan native Henry Ford, for example. It's no coincidence that long before he began to collect and relocate famous houses and laboratories and train stations, he first undertook the project of moving and restoring his childhood home and school. After a bit of searching, we located Ward Street. It hadn't aged well since my parents lived there in 1970.
That's been burned out. Yeah, we used to walk Daisy around this neighborhood. I remember walking her one winter day.
And then we suddenly found it.
12103 Ward. This is where we used to live. Our very first apartment when we were married.
This is the doorway where I carried Mom over the threshold. Yeah, we rented the downstairs and Miss Jacobson lived upstairs. Yeah, and all these vacant lots, there were houses there.
Everybody lived around here.
My parents got excited as we poked around.
I wonder why the garage is gone.
Yeah, that was our bedroom. That was our bedroom window right there. The one that's open.
Yeah, that's where they broke in.
That was it. We slept in there. Oh, yeah.
Further exploration yielded more artifacts.
Yeah, see, you can see where the garage was falling in. Yeah, this is part of the garage.
The place had fallen into disrepair.
And then that's a coal bin, a coal chute, Jeff.
We continued to drive around the area, our conversation awash in recollection. Soon we found the street where my great-grandparents had lived, and we located their home.
Yeah, when I used to come and visit Grandma Lichty, I'd stay in that bedroom, and this was Grandma and Grandpa's bedroom right here in the corner. And then, and this yard was just full of flowers. It was the most beautiful yard in the whole neighborhood. Yeah, I used to polish Grandpa Lichty's 1958 Edsel. It was a white Edsel. I used to ride my bike down here, and we'd have we would have dinner in the dining room, which is the front window there, and then the middle window was the kitchen.
After we got back on the road, we wanted to find the apartment that my parents lived in when I was born. We were hoping it would be in decent shape.
So we lived in apartment 28 right there. The larger window was our living room, and then the smaller window was the kitchen. Yeah, this was the apartment right here.
The apartment that you were in.
This is our kitchen, and that was our living room. We used to live in that apartment back in 1971.
Oh, did y'all?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When we brought him home from the hospital, when he was 3 days old, we brought him to that apartment. So.
Wow. Wow.
You live here now, or?
No, I'm the maintenance man. We getting it fixed up for so a tenant can move in.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the new owners, they took it over about a year ago, I think.
It's fascinating how a physical space can be so inextricably linked to memory. The smallest bits of ephemera can make the heart dance.
We used to plant petunias there, and
Pink petunias.
and the apartment manager was very glad we wanted to do that, so we planted the petunias.
I'm glad we got to explore these parts of Detroit. Time certainly unleashes its ruin, but there is restoration in remembering. Back in the 1980s, my grandparents took me to a place called Belle Isle, near Detroit. Here is that park about 100 years ago, and it's still open today. Scripted history may be bunk, as Henry Ford said, but personal history is another thing entirely.